Hi, I'm Herman Witkam. I'm a film composer.
Can you give us an example in practical of a scene and putting some instruments on it to make it a composition, a nice one?
Yeah, so different layers, just improvising over different layers that I do one at a time because I record as much as possible. So I did this guitar thing. I have here muted guitar chords, acoustic guitar. As you can see, it's modern dance, so it needed some more rhythm than just muted guitars. So I use this big drum to get a steady pulse to it. And the thing was with having just this, didn't seem rhythmic enough, so what I did is I added a little bit of delay on it. So it sounds like this with a delay. Keeps going instead of stopping in the rhythm. So yeah, then more guitars come in.
Here you try to create more a story, right? Or something?
Yeah, I guess so. And I only had rehearsal footage, so I did compose the piece first before having a finished film, and only did some small edits afterwards. So I just add more layers of instruments. I have this little kalimba, thumb piano.
Nice. Gets more dreamy, right?
Gets more dreamy, yeah, you could say that, yeah. Then I needed more instruments. I just felt that there was more space, so I have my ronroco here as well. More stuff on top of that, and some extra strings as it works through its climax.
And I think dance must be really exciting.
Yeah, the great thing is being able to compose with a driving rhythm and not having to not having to pay attention to dialogue, and just keeping going. It felt very liberating to me.
And it also feels like music somehow in dance films compensates a little bit the lack of dialogue. So the dialogue is a little bit made with the body, of course.
Yeah.
The movement and the music.
Yeah, and you don't have to watch for certain. If you compose film music and you have dialogue, even if there's no dialogue, because you have a certain language you use in film music, you don't use high instruments that are very much in the same region as speech. But now you can use all those instruments and you can do anything basically. So that's also another very liberating way of working. This one here, it's an off-brand, so I officially shouldn't call it a waterphone, but it's still water. And when you bow it, it gives all sorts of weird sounds. Maybe a little bit too classical for some horror, but it is a sort of like a weirdness to it, right? Yeah.
And for example, for epic things,
the bigger you go, the better, right? So it's big drums like this one. Maybe just for fun, like a very epic, big film with too much budget and
Gladiator.
Yeah, something like that. But then but having carte blanche at the same time, which is impossible. So it's never going to happen. Big film studio always has their say at the end, and then you have to get out all the weird instruments or something, you know, and or something like that. So yeah, but also fusions of different musical styles and using all these instruments here, with getting to fly in every musician that I want for certain instruments or vocalists or something like that. That would be really cool as well. I'm not going to name names, but like the biggest names in every instrument, you know, that sort of stuff. So it would be ridiculous, completely ridiculous.
Thank you so much. Your studio is lovely. You are lovely. It was amazing to come to your studio to see all these instruments, and your knowledge is just incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here.
I hope you enjoyed this episode, but there's more to find out about Herman. Check out the next ones.